All right, tonight we're going to take a look at two Kino Lorber 4K releases of Tarkovsky's Nostalgia and Sacrifice. Let's do it. So we've got these two releases by Kino. Like I said, 4K restorations. The newest one is Sacrifice. This one came out in the last month or so was the release in 4K. And so I had that one. I wanted to do a quick review on this one. And then I thought I'd throw in Nostalgia, which came out last summer, maybe early last fall. And I haven't got around to talking about it yet. So I thought I'd throw them both in and we'll go from there. All right. So we'll take a look at Sacrifice, the new one that just came out from Kino with the slipcover, beautiful imagery on the front. You know, it's got the slipcover, the 4K case. It's not got a ton of extras, but the one thing it does have is Blu-ray and 4K. I don't know if you like those releases with 4K and Blu-ray. I do. I have one 4K player in the house, but elsewhere in the house, a Blu-ray player, so it's nice, or the travel Blu-ray player, or whatever. It's nice to have both. I know sometimes packages like this get more extravagant with books and posters and extra slip covers and stuff like that. And so they leave out that Blu-ray. And I appreciate both. I appreciate all that stuff, but I also really I didn't realize at first how much I really do appreciate having that Blu-ray. So yeah, we'll just quickly go through these. Sacrifice is a really great movie. This was Tarkovsky's last movie that he made while he was battling cancer. You can see the imagery. That was spoiler alert, last scene of the movie. And again, like I said, this is a 4K restoration from the original camera negative. Yeah. 35 millimeter camera negative. They both are. And the sound, they restored the sound slightly. It's pretty straightforward stereo sound. Sounds great, fitting for the movie. Now, with both these movies, I could almost do the same review. That's kind of why I stuck them together. They're both brilliantly shot, cinematography, photography, the opening scene. Both these I'm going to say the same thing about. The opening scene is brilliant. In Sacrifice, the opening scene is a man planting a tree in a property that he's real proud of, talking to his son. And his son at this point can't speak. He had a throat operation or something. And I thought that was very important because maybe communication between the two would have been interesting as well in this scene, but it was neat to hear just the input that the father was telling to the son. And that may be the reason he put that in there, just so it was more of a listening to the father's story at like a final chapter in his life on this perfect property. Now, the shot was really awesome because they took it from way back here. It was a real wide shot. And they slowly moved it in as he's telling his son these stories, these life stories that are just brilliant. And it looks absolutely beautiful. The cinematography, I can't go on enough about how poetic it is. Both these movies, that's one of the things he's known for, as well as adding so many layers that you could discuss it forever. But as they get closer into the shot, a neighbor kind of pedals up on the bike and he becomes part of the conversation as the camera gets closer to them and also moves slightly to the left, and you're following them, just following them. You feel like you're there. If that's what he was trying to achieve, which I believe he was, it's amazing. At first you feel so out of it, but you're looking at the actors are so small, and you're just looking at this beautiful scenery, and then slowly you become part of the conversation, and it moves on. And in a short manner, I'll tell you, it revolves around a birthday party on the news, or the report they hear about um, World War III is intimate, not intimate, about to start, possibly um, incoming, and it's the main characters reasoning with God, making his sacrifices to save his family, and then it goes on from there. And check it out. Maybe we'll go back. Maybe we'll come back someday and revisit it and go step by step through it. I'm just here to tell you that this release looks great in 4K. I had never seen it. I had never seen it any other way, but this looks beautiful. There's the appropriate amount of film grain, and it's amazing. And then I'll just jump to the last scene, and the last scene's that the house is on fire there. So you can imagine, or can imagine, all the steps and things that had taken place in order for him to sacrifice his family. And it's brilliant. It's something that you can watch over and over. It's poetry, and it's beautifully shot. Same thing with Nostalgia. Same deal. You get the Blu-ray, you get the 4K. The 4K restoration is from the camera negative. Same with the sound. Perfect for this release. The 4K looks brilliant, beautiful, amazing. Again, this is an investigator that makes his way to Italy, um, searching for somebody, and all kinds of stories intertwine in this movie. The first shot, much like Sacrifice, is a wide shot as they're in a car and they come across, and then they walk up this Italian hillside to a church, and it's shot beautifully in the church when they're in there. And there's other scenes in Nostalgia that are just throughout the filming of Italy. Um, the the scenery in these movies is definitely one of the characters, okay, because it's so important. It's just beautiful. It's artwork. You could listen to the watch the movie with the sound down, in my opinion, and get a completely interpret things in your own mind. But with the sound up, you're hearing the story. Um, and obviously he's throughout the scene, or throughout the movie, he's nostalgic for his homeland of Russia. They filmed this in Italy out of necessity. I think there was something that he couldn't film for some reason in Italy when they did, or in Russia when they did this film, but it worked out 100% because Italy was the perfect backdrop for this story about being nostalgic. And it's just like the back says, a thing of everlasting beauty. Absolutely. Tarkovsky is for me the greatest, the one who inspired a new language true to the nature of film, as it captures life as a reflection. Life is a dream. Yeah, it's just incredible. Life is a dream, definitely. One other scene, he's walking across a pond or a little fountain, and he keeps retracing his steps, and it's in the dialogue that goes on, and it's shot at like a hotel, apartment building, inn of some kind in Italy. I did look it up actually in real life to check it out, which is interesting to go back and see some of these where these locations were. But it's absolutely awesome on 4K. Um, Really, really beautiful. Just beautiful scenes, beautiful stories, something that you could watch over and over again. Great restorations by Kino. Um, if you're thinking about these Tarkovsky movies and you're wondering, do they look great? Yeah, absolutely. They're 100%. Um, Kino did just a fantastic job with these. Check them out. All right, there you have it. If you've been here before, thanks for watching. Welcome back. If you haven't been here before and you like the content, considering hitting the thumbs up, leaving a comment, subscribing. And yeah, welcome. And we'll see you next time on Severely Cinematic.